Yes. Thank you.
be serving as your governor. I'm running for President of the United States. There's no turning back.
Now downstairs,
Presidency is more than ours. It is more than matters.
This promises to be one of the closest races in American presidential history. It is shaping up as just that tonight.
Segregated in schools without standards, shuffled from grade to grade because of their age, regardless of their knowledge. This is discrimination.
All that is good, just. This country.
Woman in a wheelchair and carry her down. 68 floors, man.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack. Today, our nation saw evil. And we responded with the best of America.
parents need to reassure their children everywhere in our country that they're safe.
None of us will ever forget this day. Yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. The deliberate and deadly attacks which were carried out yesterday against our country were more than acts of terror. They were acts of war.
This is just a good time for us to think about how we can reassure our young children, let them know that they're safe in our love.
For yourself as you
Well, I don't think about myself right now. I think about the families, the children. I am also someone, however, who's got a job to do. And I intend to do it. This country will not relent. To the children and parents and spouses and families and friends of the lost, we offer the deepest sympathy of the nation. This world he created is of moral design. Grief and tragedy and hatred are only for a time. Goodness, remembrance, and love have no end.
I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Our government will be on full alert. Behind the sadness and exhaustion, there is a desire by the American people to win a war. So on the Lord's Day, I say to my fellow Americans, thank you for your prayers, thank you for your compassion, thank you for your love for one another. And tomorrow, the good people of America, go back to work. We need to go back to work tomorrow, and we will. These acts and violence against innocents violate the fundamental tenets of the Islamic faith.
A poet wrote, "Love knows not its own depths until the hour of parting." The loved ones we remember today knew, even in those horrible moments, that they were not truly alone because your love was with them.
In the weeks since the attack, our compassionate and generous citizens have led the first phase in the war on terrorism. Out of our tears and sadness, we saw the best of America. We saw a great country rise up to help. I accept the invitation of the Speaker and the leaders to come and address the Congress tomorrow night. I want the nation to know how proud I am of how they have helped unite our country.
I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
My fellow citizens, For the last 9 days, the entire world has seen for itself the state of our union, and it is strong. Tonight, we are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom. We will rally the world to this cause by our efforts, by our courage. We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail.
Carried out yesterday in this country, and more than has occurred, and rise some more.
How we will reassure our young children, let them know that they're safe in our love.
For yourself as you
I think about the families, children, and also someone who's got a job to do. One thing to do. This country will not relent. To the children and parents and spouses and families and friends of the lost, we offer the deepest sympathy of the nation. This world he created is of moral design. Grief and tragedy and hatred are only for a time. Goodness, remembrance, and love have no end. So on the Lord's Day, I say to my fellow lieutenants, thank you for your prayers, thank you for your compassion, thank you for your love for one another. Tomorrow, we need to go back to work. We need to go back to work tomorrow. We go.
Love knows
Yes, just don't have to.
Yep.
Yes. issues facing the world.
Well, anyone that knows our dad knows that he is a hysterical person to begin with, and he loves to laugh, and he loves to make others laugh and make sure that others around him feel comfortable. Our parents are really funny. My dad makes us all laugh all the time. So I think that was a good school, especially during the years.
I think you gotta be able to laugh. I think a sense of humor is important in life. I was gonna start off tonight telling some self-deprecating jokes. Then I couldn't think of any mistakes I made to be self-deprecating about. If you take yourself so seriously that you can't laugh, I don't see how anybody's gonna follow you. Here I am. In my sentences, I go where no man has gone before. Nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation. I was surrounded by people who were not as smart and hardworking, but who had a laugh. The door to the Oval Office has a little peephole. This is Karen Hughes speaking in. This is Carl Rove speaking in. This is Congress speaking in. Spot has her own hand.
I was a librarian who spent 12 hours a day in the library, yet somehow I met George. Now, of course, he spends his days clearing brush, cutting trails, taking down trees, or as the girls call it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The way you used to kiss me, but soon after the round, of
Thanks for letting us share our memories of a special time in our family's life.
And thanks for coming here today. Hope you enjoy the library. Look at some of the lighter moments during our father's time in office.
It was really important for us to visit our dad throughout his presidency and particularly spend time providing opportunities for him to laugh more and escape some of the tenseness of living in D.C.
Life in the White House is exhilarating, and it's a challenge. But you're really in a bubble. There was no place to roam.
Camp David, personally for me, is the only place, except our own ranch, where I can walk outside, where I can be outside. Many of our happiest memories from camp are times when we're here with our family. We've spent every Christmas here with all of our family. We had the girls' 20th birthday party here at camp.
The great thing about Camp David is that you're close enough to Washington for people to be able to have easy access, and but you're far enough away that you're not constantly surrounded. I've used Camp David for a private retreat for family and friends, but I've also used it to conduct a lot of business. Every world problem has been discussed during my presidency here at Camp David, and it's important to have people here to be able to look them in the eye and hear their opinion.
Tony Blair was the first visitor. It signified the special relationship the United States has with Great Britain.
And an alliance that will stand the test of time.
I think, for example, of Mohammed bin Zayed. He's a young, dynamic leader of Abu Dhabi. So he got off the helicopter, and I said, let's go for a walk. That's a good chance to visit. It's a place where people can come and kick up their feet and really exchange good ideas.
My parents started building Prairie Chapel Ranch when we were seniors in high school, and it felt like home because it's in Texas, a place that we grew up in, a place my parents grew up in, so we really love it there.
Our mom grew up in West Texas, and I think she just feels very comfortable in sort of wide open spaces in Texas, and she loves native plants, and she loves the natural beauty that Texas offers, and our ranch is a perfect example of that natural beauty.
At the ranch, I could see the sky, and I could see the horizons, and I could travel around. I love to ride my mountain bike. When I exercise, I clear my mind.
We've planted a prairie there. We've restored the native prairie. We have lots of wildflowers, and it's been really fun year after year to see those wildflowers bloom and to see the prairie through every season.
I found I was able to relieve some of the pressures of the job by cutting cedar. Nothing better than cranking up a chainsaw and knocking down a water-guzzling tree.
It was a chance for foreign visitors to see us in our own home, in our own home state, and to give George a chance to talk to them in a way that built our friendship with him and our relationship with him.
I remember sitting down with Crawford with Prime Minister Koizumi of Japan. We probably spent an hour and a half just chatting about personal matters as well as issues facing the world.
Well, anyone that knows our dad knows that he is a hysterical person to begin with, and he loves to laugh, and he loves to make others laugh and make sure that others around him feel comfortable.
Our parents are really funny. My dad makes us all laugh all the time. So I think that was a good tool, especially during the years that he was president.
I think you got to be able to laugh. I think a sense of humor is important in life.
I was going to start off tonight telling some self-deprecating jokes. Then I couldn't think of any mistakes I'd made to be self-deprecating about.
If you take yourself so seriously that you can't laugh, I don't see how anybody's going to want to follow you.
Here I am. In my sentences, I go where no man has gone before. Nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation.
I was surrounded by people who are not only smart and hardworking, but knew how to laugh.
The door to the Oval Office has a little peephole. This is Karen Hughes peeping in on me. This is Karl Rove peeping in on me. This is Condi Rice peeping in on me. Spot has her own people.
I was a librarian who spent 12 hours a day in the library, yet somehow I met George. Now, of course, he spends his days clearing brush, cutting trails, taking down trees, or as the girls call it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You're all gonna miss me the way you used to diss me.
but soon I'll touch the brown, brown grass of home.
Nailed it.
Thanks for letting us share our memories of a special time in our family's life.
And thanks for coming here today. Hope you enjoy the library.
Pick up their feet and really exchange good ideas. I found I was able to relieve some of the pressures of the job by cutting cedar. Nothing better than cranking up the chainsaw and knocking down a water guzzling tree.
Well, anyone that knows our dad knows that he is a hysterical person to begin with, and he loves to laugh, and he loves to make others laugh and make sure that others around him feel comfortable.
Our parents are really funny. My dad makes us all laugh all the time. So I think that was a big tool, especially during the years.
I think you gotta be able to laugh. That's what's most important in life.
And somehow I met George. Now, of course, he spends his days clearing brush, cutting trails, taking down trees, or as the girls call it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The way you used to diss me, but soon I'll touch the brown, brown grass of home.
And I'm Barbara Bush.
Thanks for joining us. Take a look at some items during our Father's Hangout.
It was really important for us to visit our dad throughout his presidency, and particularly spend time providing opportunities for him to laugh more, escape some of the tenseness of living in the city.
It's a challenge. But you're really in a bubble. There was no place to roam.
Camp David, personally for me, is the only place, except our own ranch, where I can walk outside, where I can be outside.
Many of our happiest memories from camp are times when we're here with our family. We've spent every Christmas here with all of our family. We had the girls' 20th birthday party here at camp.
The great thing about Camp David is that you're close enough to Washington for people to be able to have easy access, and but you're far enough away that you're not constantly surrounded. I've used Camp David for a private retreat for family and friends, but I've also used it to conduct a lot of business. Every world problem has been discussed during my presidency here at Camp David, and it's important to have people.
And it felt like home because it's in Texas, as I said, we grew up in, a place my parents grew up in. So we really love it there.
Our mom grew up in West Texas, and I think she just feels
promoted liberty and democracy, and provided education assistance to countries all over the world.
Education unleashes creative contributions of every citizen to improve their own lives and to build confidence. Education benefits all, and education should be available to all.
President and Mrs. Bush's shared conviction that to whom much is given, much is required, has had an enduring impact on the country's overhead, delivering measurable results, connection, and hope to people all around the world.
The greatness of society is achieved by unleashing the greatness of its people. I believe in the timeless truth. To whom much is given, much is required.
A cornerstone of the Bush administration was the belief that America is a generous nation with a moral responsibility to help relieve poverty, disease, and terror.
Taking pictures of your own library that you're going to design for yourself.
Ordinary people the world over are expressing their opinions on whether the U.S. should go to war against Iraq.
The drumbeat of criticism has been loud in its growing.
Was going to be created as a marine reserve covering 800,000 square kilometers in the Eastern Pacific. I was delighted. Marine protected areas will help us established the baseline of what life in the sea was like before we started to capture it and to defeat it. They will reveal to us what is possible in the sea.
Following this milestone designation, the New Zealand government announced plans to begin approaching refuge in the context and include the migratory pathway for marine mammals. Just this month, the Shalom Zone declared Iceland the designated marine park in the Atlantic. 6 million years of work on the basis of contribution of the fishing practices.
Our mission is very simple. Protect the ocean and protect roots to embrace the ocean and to protect the assets, to protect them, keep them away, not just the myths that was constantly on the public, doing something about it to reverse that trend.
I want the audience to know that I pay attention to the oceans, ocean conservation, and I'm glad to be a small part of it.
President Bush's actions at decade years, with less than 2% of the ocean time protected, there is an enormous amount left to do to ensure a healthy ocean for future generations.
This environmental issue, cultural issue, social issue, economic issue, here is being extraordinary on this condition because we know that it is.
Thank you for coming to the Bush Center. Come back.
And helping other people. You know, the choices that Laura and I made before to live after the presidency, there was no doubt it's going to be the state of Texas. We're Texans, we love Texas. The second decision is where to build a presidential library and what to make of it. We chose Dallas on the SMU campus. We've got a lot of friends here in Dallas. We want to be associated with a university.
A presidential library is not just about one president. Each library is about our nation and the world during that time. The George W. Bush Presidential Center reflects George's role as the first president of the 21st century. We welcome scholars and students and the community at large to gather here for generations to come.
George and I both had parents who were active in their communities and served in many ways. So Barbara and Jenna were raised that way too. And I think most Americans feel a responsibility to their own communities to try to make their communities better. It's one of the great attributes of America.
One of the great things about America is that there's a lot of people who do that without the call of government. They move to help somebody else because of their hearts. My hope is that when you come to the Bush Center, you learn the importance of values, that you understand there are policies that can make the world a better place. This is a place of compassion and decency. I hope you understand that history matters and that serving our country is a very important part of the American fabric. The principles of the Bush Center are freedom, accountability, opportunity, and compassion. We promote policies that help people, which is the essence of compassion. We believe strongly that the best public policy is one that shows compassion for others. And therefore our programs reflect that. When you value each life and you believe each person is special, it makes it a heck of a lot easier to listen to that person's opinion.
I feel always hopeful about our country. I think we've proved as Americans that we can overcome tough times, that we can be united, and that we're grateful to be Americans.
This is a very compassionate, loving land, and that gives me great hope about the future.
We'll use our influence to help more children start life with a quality education, to help more Americans find jobs and economic opportunity, to help more countries overcome poverty and disease, to help more people in every part of the world live in freedom. We'll work to empower women around the world to transform their countries, stand behind the courageous men and women who have stepped forward to wear the uniform of the United States to defend our flag and our freedoms here at home.
Our programs are adaptable to the times. There are a set of principles that will guide us into the future, and those principles are enduring and everlasting. Laura and I are thrilled you're here. Thanks so much for coming and taking time out of your schedule to learn about what we're doing here at the Bush Center.
Thank you for coming to the Bush Center, and come back.
To the times, there are a set of principles that will guide us into the future, and those principles are enduring and everlasting. Laura and I are thrilled you're here. Thanks so much for coming and taking